Josh even just came over and showed a very small detail. I felt like he might break my ribs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
This would be a good match. These are two grizzled vets. You know, I haven't seen Jarvis compete in a while, but man, he's been in the scene forever.
Long time.
And he's a tough guy to submit. I've rolled with him a lot, and it's like it's just tough to kind of deal. Like very compact, right?
Yeah.
And it's great. I mean, both these guys very, very good. So.
Yeah, and I've seen Joey coach at many events. I've never gotten to see him grapple, so I'm interested to see. Obviously, like I said, I'm a big 10th Planet fan. I don't necessarily play all of the 10th Planet positions, but I'm familiar with all the systems.
Yeah.
And he is very good. He's calling out the right 10th Planet positions whenever he's coaching, so it'd be interesting to see that kind of dynamic play out here while they're grappling. And I believe I competed with Eric as a blue belt at one of your tournaments when the state games was still outside many years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, he's just been around forever.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys were familiar with Spartan Fighting Championship here in Ashland, but that's where Jarvis got his feet wet competing. So.
Gracie black belt.
Yeah, and like directly, trained with Carlson for a very long time.
Yeah, it was the good old days, man.
That Brazilian top team is something special, man.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the Brazilian top team is what they were. Unfortunately, they split from Carlson, but all those guys, Ricardo, multiple ADCC world champions came out of that, and MMA champions as well.
The other night, ironically, I mean, Stefan was the guy that was supposed to beat all those guys. Like he was really, put for that. It never happened, right? I don't think they were ever in a jiu-jitsu match. I don't even think they're in an MMA, but that I know of.
No, I don't think so. I think Stefan's, they were all kind of on the way out by the time Stefan was on his way out. We see good collar type position. Joey's doing a good job as a smaller man. You can't really meet force for force in these kind of exchanges. You got to do a good job of trying to not get snapped down, working wrist controls, that kind of thing. We see him with that hand on the elbow, forehead to forehead, maintaining good inside head position. It's kind of saving him as the smaller guy, staying light on his feet. I like what I'm seeing so far from both of these guys.
You see Jarvis is definitely, his legs are thicker, his upper body's thicker. Yeah. He's always had a good base, very powerful. So I could see even if Joey was underneath him, I don't know how well he can expose the legs. I mean, it's been the thing about Jarvis forever. When I say he's tough to submit, he's just very compact. So even in this exchange, that's what I see of him. He's just compact, everything's tight. I would argue sometimes he's not as offensive because of that, right? But he doesn't get himself in trouble.
Yeah.
It's sometimes not the funnest style to watch, but he's very effective with it.
Now we see Jarvis doing a good job with. He's got good head position now with this collar tie.
Yeah.
Trying to use it to come in on a single leg, but Joey does a good job defending and getting back away from the cage.
Yeah, and that's another good point.
Not an easy thing to do as a smaller guy.
I think I've known Jarvis forever, and he's one of those guys that will talk trash even when you're trying to submit him, right?
Yep. He's going to have fun in there.
Yeah. I mean, that's why everybody likes him. He's a legend. Both these guys are. So we made fun of the heavyweights for hand fighting and wrestling, and here these guys go.
They're really hand fighting here.
But it was funny. They did the complete opposite of what we said. That was a great heavyweight matchup.
Absolutely.
It was fantastic, actually.
And he attempts that cross snap again, but good posture by Joey.
You can just see, both of these guys are very technically good for it to not even hit the mat yet.
Yep. And Eric's a black belt. Is Joey officially belted in any kind of jiu-jitsu, or because he's hanging tough with a good black belt here at this point? 2:40 in, so we still got 5 minutes.
Yeah, to answer your question, I don't know, but I feel like he should be, right? Because all those guys that they hung with, again, were Carlson, Gracie guys. So I would assume that he is, but it is weird. Like, as you said, he was now with the 10th planet, right? So, I don't know.
Either way,
Yeah.
I mean, he's showing a good level of skill here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's surprising to me, too, just like knowing that he's 10th planet. I expected him to jump guard, right, and kind of attack the legs, and he's content to wrestle here.
Now he's working. He's got a pretty decent bite on that guillotine. It's low wrist. It looks like it's low wrist arm, and he lets it go whenever he gets to the side. Good job bringing his
side control.
All right, let's see if he works some lockdown.
Yep, he did a good job of working his way back into half guard. Now
here comes rubber guard.
Yep. So we're here. He's already got the arm trap too, so he doesn't even have to zombie. He's clearing the neck. He's trying to work towards invisible collar, potentially a go-go clinch. Looks like he's maybe more trying to go into omoplata territory there. But he does have the neck cleared already, so he's in a pretty decent position here. He's out on the angle where he's, there's not too much stress on his joints. If he could get out onto his hip just a bit more.
Yeah, he's going to get it because Eric's going backwards. I like, when I'm in this position, I like to try to get back towards the head.
Yeah, you don't want your shoulders over top of the hips. Now we see him, he's in a go-go, but he might be trying to turn it into an omoplata here.
It does have a solid bite, and that's what those spats help with. But Jarvis came back up to the middle like he should.
Yeah.
But again, like this is working into sweeps and everything else. I mean, Jarvis did a really good job too. Good passing.
That was good defense.
Yeah.
Like, he was in a pretty rough spot there.
It was. I mean, this again very solid. That's what I'm saying. It's very tough to beat. Like, very good openings by Joey there, but Jarvis stuffed him. I wouldn't say like easily by any means, but it definitely seemed like he got through it.
And now we see Joey's starting to work towards that lockdown half game. First, he's trying to use the jaws of life to get back that underhook that he needs with his left arm. If he wants to play lockdown on that side, he's going to have to win that underhook battle.
This would be a spot, too, where Jarvis' size difference might make a little difference here.
Yeah.
He's saying heavy. And this is an open weight bout, so.
He's doing a good job. Jarvis is keeping his head underneath Joey. He's not getting over top. That's where you can get, easily swept. I have a rule to try not get my head above another opponent's head.
Yeah.
Let's see how his lockdown passing is. I don't know if he's in full lockdown now. It doesn't look like he is.
No, he's not.
That was.
And in fact, he's able to pass there.
He tried to sweep.
Yeah, that bridge is always rough, right? As soon as you open the legs and try to bridge, a lot of guys will pass there, and it was a very good pass going straight into mount here. Yeah, it might be tough to keep.
And he's got the underhook though on the far side with the elbow already above the shoulder line. So we're probably he's in that kind of underjack head and armpit control position, as Eddie Bravo calls it. But he loses the elbow back down.
This guy, great gutter work, which I expect from a 10th planet person, right?
Yeah.
Almost back to full guard here, or half guard at least, and.
No, he's back it right away. He's doing a good job of defensive responsibility. He's fighting for that underhook from half guard all the time. And there are some things you can play. Usually, if you're going to play the overhook from there, you're making a transition to butterfly, though. You're not trying to stay on the inside channels with lockdown and on the outside channels with lockdown. He's doing a good job with that frame, making space. He's trying to make space to get that underhook in.
I'm surprised.
Now he gets his elbow into the center where he might be able to start making a play.
I think Jarvis, we're all expecting a little bit more lockdown than we're seeing, too, though, right? He's in the position, but he's not using lockdown just because he's 10th planet, right? I expect a little bit different kind of.
Well, and I think Jarvis is doing a good job of keeping his foot to the inside. Now he finds himself in a full lockdown, but you see that good hamstring curl and changing the angle of the leg to make it very difficult to get the lockdown back.
And that's the spot that a lot of people don't know. I've seen so many people not do a little hamstring
90
curl.
seconds.
And then they're stuck in lockdown. They seem like they can't move, right? Like, if nothing else, it kind of relieves the pressure. But he did a good job. Like, you do the hamstring curl, switch the hips, and then you can walk your foot up, push down. This is a pretty basic pass for lockdown. By basic, I mean a good pass.
Now he's still in half guard, but he does have that underhook jacked up where he might be able to make a look at taking an arm triangle on the far side. He's got to be able to, good head and armpit control there. Now he's got to start to battle his chin down into that pocket. It is.
That lockdown's doing what it's supposed to do, though, right? Like, he gets up there, and that lockdown pulls him right back down.
Yep, and that saved him from that arm triangle attempt there.
Yeah.
Good job. Very impressed by Donahew's guard retention and defensive frames. Now he's looking towards that. He's coming up with like a meat hook from the lockdown position.
Look at that. It was very nice, but he went right back.
30 seconds.
Oh, good hip switch by Jarvis. I think he's going to get the pass here. Nice
Out
pass.
the side
He's only got
control.
30 seconds
Now
there
he's
to
working
work.
on it, probably Americana or Kimura on the far
He's
side.
got to work
Looking
fast.
go to mount.
I feel like he might. Oh, yes.
Now he's back working for that arm triangle
He must
again.
know there's limited time because he's moving a lot faster than he normally uses.
Yep.
15 seconds, but he's right back in half guard again.
Time. Good match by both of these guys. Now we're going to go.
Excellent.
This is an interesting. We're going into EBI overtime here, which is interesting because the EBI overtime. Yeah, we're going to start on the back, so side doesn't. The size isn't going to play quite as big of a role as it did.
Well, let's not forget that EBI overtime was invented by Eddie Bravo,
Yep.
the 10th Planet guy. So
Yep.
we would hope that he has a good understanding of these rules, and I bet he'll do a good job at most of this stuff.
Yeah, and like I said, so just for you guys who aren't aware, EBI overtime, we're going to go kind of like extra innings. Each guy's going to have a chance to submit their opponent, starting either on the back or in the spiderweb position, which is like a top Jujigatami or an armbar position. And it's kind of like
competitors get to pick that position up.
Yep,
Correct.
yep. Whoever is attacking gets to choose whether they want the back or whether they want the arm. And usually there'll be a coin toss to see who wants to be, the home team or the
I think
away
we
team.
missed the coin toss, but
Yeah, we see Jarvis is starting on the back, so he's going to start with both of his hooks in a harness, and then we're going to ready, set, go. And I'll be keeping track.
This one's a tough one to hold. This is the one that we saw Humbertson and Zach Welch, right? They went super fast. Everybody was confused because they thought, well, he went to mount, and it didn't matter, right? That you skipped the back. So.
Yeah, the only way you can make a transition to another position is if you're in the middle of a submission. So, like if you go directly into an arm triangle or an arm bar, you can leave the back. But
and quite frankly, this is the longest we've seen somebody on somebody's back for a while. Most of the time I see the back takes in EBI overtime, they've been like under 30 seconds, right? That was pretty close there.
32 seconds.
32 seconds. That's actually a pretty good back ride for these EBI overtime, especially when guys are tired.
Donohew opts to take the same position.
Now, the difference here is Jarvis is a lot stronger. I feel like he probably could get a little tighter grip on the back here. I would think the bigger, powerful man could probably get out a little bit faster, but he's doing a good job, Joey is.
Now he took him to the underhook side, which is a little bit tougher to strangle from, but it is a little bit better for control.
Yeah.
So he's reaching down to try to fight the feet with the hands like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
He might turn himself here into an arm triangle. Now we're into the strangling arm down. And Donohew doing a good job of threatening.
Yeah, he's
doing a
almost
good
turning
job.
in the corner.
Yep, and now if he makes a transition directly to a truck attack, so he's got the truck hook with that bottom leg. If he makes a transition directly into a twister, he gets himself some more time. But now, and there we got a 45-second escape time.
Coin
Coin
flip,
toss for
red.
the next part.
So that went to Jarvis, I think, right? So they're going to start in spiderweb now.
So Donahew's going to start in spiderweb now. This is a risk because it usually takes a little bit less time to escape the spiderweb, but there's a higher percentage of submission, right? It's a little bit more difficult to escape, but if it does happen, it's usually faster. And they're going to start here with an S grip and a deep hook. Oh, he's electing to start with the Kimura hook as the deep hook.
And again, this is another spot where the guy's, Jarvis bigger and stronger, so we'll see if that helps him in this position.
Good hamstring curls here, though, from Donohew.
It is. And I like going high on the head because it makes a bigger, stronger guy a little bit
He
weaker.
went for the arm bar.
Nice.
Gave up that position there.
Yep.
But this is a position, again, like where the bigger guy,
Like you said, that was the high-risk
Yeah.
spot there.
and it's a little bit easier for him to get out, and it might be a little bit easier for him to hold this position. Maybe not, right? These are the kind of positions where size actually does kind of matter in these EBI overtime. Oh, he went back again.
So we see Jarvis taking a look at the back. Now,
He's already starting to scoot down.
Yeah. It's very difficult to rear naked choke somebody who's good at jiu-jitsu when they know that that's all you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, not so much in jiu-jitsu. In MMA with the gloves, it's very, very, very difficult. Jarvis is doing a good job controlling that cross wrist ride, which is usually a good way to start to attack the neck. And we see him trying to get that hand to the shoulder. If he can get the hand to the shoulder, we might be in face crank territory.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Good 2-on-1 on the choking arm, though.
Oh, he's switching it to the other side.
Yep.
Just getting enough hand in there to stop that for Joey. Uh-oh. But this is what we like to call stretch chicken, but he's going to come
But
out.
he's out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, that was 46 seconds that it took Donohew to escape that time. So Jarvis is slightly ahead on the escape times. So it all comes down to this last iteration, right? So we're in like the top of it, an extra inning here. This is the last one that we're going to do. So, and we see Jarvis on the back here.
So I wonder how far, how gassed Jarvis's arms right now. They're having that squeeze over and over.
Yeah.
This is not something you're used to in jiu-jitsu, right? Like trying the same thing, kind of keeping the same squeeze. Unless you're doing those kind of isometric workouts, which most people don't. This is very taxing on you. Trying a little different grip here, though. I like the wrist control. Changed it up.
Yeah, I think he's looking for maybe a little bit more ride time on this last cycle through here.
Yeah, and it's a good change, right? He decided, look, he's hard to get. I mean, he's still working that choke in. He's got to keep it going. Look, he even tried to get him.
Trap the arm.
Yeah, the old BJ Penn scarecrow.
Yeah, it's very nice. I just like the change of strategy. It shows you that these guys are still thinking, which is important.
Yeah.
Very technical battle.
Nice in the body triangle.
Donahew's not in a lot of danger here from the choke itself, but he has forced him to work with double underhooks. Now he's making a transition off to a strangling arm.
Yeah, and he's not in a good escaping position. As we know, like this is a lot about time.
Yeah,
right?
and he's trying to strip that foot off. He's doing a good job of using his feet to try to disrupt the hooks. And in fact, we're getting kind of close to where he might be able to get out. Yep, now he's cleared the hook. He's going to have to come all the way out and get that elbow out and not get arm triangled in the process.
Yeah, and Jarvis can't go to mount, and that's what everybody wants to do.
Very nice.
Yeah. But that was his strongest hold down, would you say?
Yep, so we have, after a minute 18 there, that it took Donohew to escape, and now we've got Jarvis.
So Jarvis, I think, unless he gets submitted here,
it'll be very close. If we go to the full 2 minutes, then Donohew will be able to win, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, he went to the pillow of death side.
Darkhaven, as the 10th Planet guys call it. The strangling arm down, they call Darkhaven.
But he's doing a good job, well.
Yeah, and it looks like he is looking perhaps for that ride time. Now he's lost the bottom hook and he lost all the hooks together.
Yeah, but he was going, and again, this is for jiu-jitsu. He was going for the arm triangle. Great move, but it's not the rules, right?
Jarvis wins.
That was a great match. I mean, it looked like better strategy on Jarvis at the end, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he did a good job thinking ahead. This next match is huge. Two more legends. I think they've went against each other a few times, Wes Thompson and George Euler.
Yeah, this is a match I'm really interested in. I've seen. Really painful and very difficult. You couldn't shoot off of anything.